I am Violet Tara in Action. Lessons in Mastery by Peter Mountshasta. Chapter 3. It is through forgiveness that we achieve freedom and mastery. Holding on to anger or resentment about another person or situation binds us to that person or situation while creating negative karma that we later need to release. That's why it's important to look at any issues where we hold onto old wounds. As the goddess of forgiveness, Violet Tara can help you deal with these issues. The word forgive is the word for or before and give. What forgiveness means is to give someone the opportunity for your own personal growth to do whatever it is they did that hurt you. This doesn't mean you want to invite people to injure you. It means that you acknowledge that you are where you are meant to be at this point in space and time, not by accident, but as a consequence of your own previous choices and actions, either in this or past lives. You made an agreement to come to Earth at this time to be in relationship with people who agreed to play in your drama. Different people will show up at different times in your life, sometimes as a friend, a lover, an enemy, maybe just as someone who pushes your buttons. An old saying is, if you think you're enlightened, get into a relationship. When you're with someone you love and are drawn to be with, for sure, your buttons are going to be pushed. It's up to each of us to look at different situations and ask ourselves, what is this showing me about myself? When I experience a negative reaction to someone, I know this person is showing me something about myself. It is said that when you point your finger at somebody, there are 3 fingers pointing back at you. This is absolutely true. That's why, when you experience a negative reaction to someone, instead of trying to change the other person, look at what in you corresponds to what the other person is doing. I think most of us experience negative reactions to people or situations daily. When that happens, it's important to say, I take responsibility for this situation. I'm here voluntarily, and so is the other person. I may not be able to change them, but I can change my reaction. That is where the freedom is. That is why Violet Tara is also the goddess of freedom. As long as you are having these reactions to other people, you can't be free because you're bound by those emotional reactions. What you dwell on, you bring to life. We are confronted daily with the choice of where to put our attention. It is this power of attention that creates our lives, our feelings, what we relate to, and how it affects us. I once had friends who thought red was evil, so when they saw me driving a red car, they stepped back in horror, thinking it was something evil. They couldn't even see it was their friend driving. They created red to be evil, and they lived their life accordingly. What your attention is on, you create. That's why it is extremely important what you decide to put your attention on. If your attention is continually on all the political conspiracies, you live in a world determined by what news stories you read or what the news commentator says. Since we have to put our attention on something, better to have it on your I Am presence, a god or a goddess. It is up to us what we want to invoke in our lives. When you invoke Violet Tara, you are transmuting your karma. You are transmuting any toxins in your body. You are raising yourself to a higher frequency. Any negative ideas you have about yourself get burnt up by Violet Tara's violet flame. Violet Tara meditation number 1. Close your eyes and turn your attention to the center of your chest where your God Self is anchored. Be still and observe the rise and fall, the in-breath and the out-breath. There is no strain. Just keep observing the breath, which acts like a mantra to keep your attention focused. Let go of the past. Let go of the future. Don't try to figure out anything. Just be completely in your body in the present moment. Feel in the center of your chest a sort of warmth, or think of it as the feeling of love, a gold pink glow. If a thought comes up, you just label it thinking and let go of it. Just come back to observing this energy in the center of your chest. It's sort of a soft spot. It's a place we may try to avoid because there is heartache there sometimes. But we don't have to put a label on it. Just feel God's love for you there. This is where your God flame is anchored. You could not take a breath without that flame. So you are connected to God at every single second. You don't have to try hard to reach God. God is aware of your every single thought, feeling, emotion, and in fact is causing you to breathe. You could not take your next breath without God. So just be grateful to that as you stay in that awareness. Request from Saint Germain the Violet Tara empowerment. Beloved Master Saint Germain, please empower Violet Tara in my life right now, fully self-sustained, a living goddess for the benefit of all. O great Violet Tara, beloved Divine Mother, you, who are an emanation of the light from the heart of creation with which I am one, I implore you. Release your violet fire of purification through my mind, feelings, and world. Purify and transmute wherever purification is needed this very moment. Thank you. I know it is already done. To buy this and other books by Peter Mountain Shasta, please see the links below and do share, subscribe, comment, and press the notification bell so you can get everything as soon as it comes out. Many thanks for listening.